What options are left for the PDP in this case?
First and foremost, we are confident that we'll even win in the 7 units. It's just the 7 units have 3,000 registered voters, and most in the election so far, the accredited voters have been about between 1/3 and half of the entire something. So it's about, maybe at the end of the day, maybe you have 1,500, 1,600. The way I see it personally is that 500, 600 votes on the 353 were almost 1,000 votes. But that's not even the issue. The issue is that INEC has done what is wrong here. It is flawed. As an impartial arbiter, I still believe that the chairman of INEC can still overrule that chief returning officer and do the needful and declare Senator Adeleke as the candidate. All our options are on the table. This morning will be deciding, because we have the options, as you said. Of course, we have it at the back of our head that the chief returning officer said there should be a rerun or a supplemental, the way I look at it, supplemental election. And so, we have the option of going to the court, because our rights have been trampled upon. And we know that's what our courts are for. And, you know, this morning we'll make up our minds and we'll do the right thing, and the whole world will know about it very soon. But we have that option. I know that the courts will listen to us. We have a very good case here.
Okay, let me, just hang on a minute. There are those who think that in Abaso versus Hakim, and then Silva versus Dixon, both Supreme Court judgments indicate that you can take electoral matters to the regular courts. Are you going to regular courts with the electoral matters?
Well, you know, in this matter, our rights have been trampled upon. If the chief electoral officer, who knows what is right and has disobeyed the dictates of our Constitution, which is the basic issue here. There are just two major aspects to what we are talking about. Our candidate has scored the highest votes cast of all those who participated in the election, and he has one quarter. He has more than a quarter in all the local governments. So he has satisfied the constitutional provision. And so what we are saying here is that we are looking in a situation where, if we take that option, we'll be asking for an order of the court. And if I may just add this, because it's important. We have complied with all we needed doing. And INEC, this impartial arbiter, has not. He has gone out of what we have on the ground. And I still believe that it's our right to approach the court.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, are you going to be asking for another...
That decision will be made this morning. That decision will be made this morning.
All right, so you can't tell us if you're going to be asking for an order of mandamus in a regular court for an election matter, not a tribunal.
Yeah. What we are saying is that if we take up that decision, it is still, we are aware of what you're talking about. But the issue here is that the declaration, which ought to have been made, was not made. That is, our candidate won the election, and all the chief returning officer had to do was to declare him. It was just to move to the next step, just that step. So everything has been done.
Yeah, I get your point. Then the other aspect is this. I hope you hear this. So, but if you participate in the supplementary elections on Thursday, wouldn't you have waived whatever rights you have to challenge these elections?
You know, I said that we're making that decision this morning. As a matter of fact, within a couple of hours, we'll be making that decision. And we will sit down, the party will sit down and take the right decision, mindful of all issues involved here. And the whole world will be told of our decision.
Now, in those polling units, those local governments where these elections will be holding, assuming you participate, is your party that strong to upturn the ones, because we know the APC won in Osogbo, but what about Ife? Is your party that strong to clinch it?
Of course. Let me go into the seven. The seven units are in 4 local governments. Ife South, Ife North, Osogbo, and Orolu local governments. In Orolu local government, we won. As a matter of fact, those who hijacked, who were known, and this is another aspect to the whole scenario. Our law enforcement agents ought to be prosecuting the chieftain of the other party, of the APC. Those who are involved in hijacking those, because that's our stronghold. We are confident that we'll take that unit. We are very confident of that.
Mm. Okay, so tell us then about...
If you come to Osogbo...
Okay, go ahead.
Osogbo is a no man's land, but Osogbo is where I personally have my own big question mark. Because Osogbo is where they ferried a lot of people to from Lagos. Lots of buses coming in. Lots of buses coming in. And that's why you had you know, the results for APC. But having said that, it's one unit.
Mr. Owolade, pardon me to jump in.